What's happening, YouTube? My name is Ryan, and today on Tricrow Studios, I'm going to be filling you in on the difference between three types of modulation effects: chorus, flanger, and phase shifter. Stay tuned. All three types of modulation are actually related, and it's quite similar how they can achieve their effect. You'll often see pedals like flanger and phaser pedals put together, chorus and flanger, and of course chorus and phaser pedals put together in one combination. But before the end of this video, I'll try and make it easy on you how to tell the difference between all three. Chorus is probably one of the first effects that you heard about when you first learned to play guitar. The effect is achieved by blending multiple signals into one with altered delays and phases. The best way to describe the sound of this effect is a shimmering, sparkling crystal. Most chorus pedals have two main settings: rate and depth. Rate allows the amount of the vibrato type effect to come in from a minimum to a medium and then finally to a maximum amount. And depth, which is quite often a single switch, will take your original signal and give more power to the vibrato type effect. Chorus is often thought of as an effect simply for a clean guitar signal. And who can really blame them? It sounds like bloody Christmas morning. But there are a lot of benefits when you actually pair it with a slightly overdriven guitar. High gain guitar squeals, and can give a nice little guitar solo the push that it needs to stand out. When I was 12 years old and first learning to play guitar, I was told that John Lennon actually invented the Flange Effect. What he did was had two tape heads with the same signal on it, played them back at the same time, but on one of them he started rocking his finger on the tape head to give it a bit of a warbled sound, changing kind of the speed of which that it's playing. And that is the effect he called flanging. Now, come to actually learn about it, it's kind of true, which is very interesting. What he did was he asked an engineer how he could double track vocals without actually double tracking vocals. So what they came up with was artificial double tracking, ADT. So that's the exact thing that I just explained to you. Now, there's other accounts of how this effect was invented, either a year before or a year after. But really, I don't care, because that story to me is one of the things that I learned when I first started playing guitar, and it's how I want to remember it. So, flanging effect. John Lennon came up with the name flanging. The flanger effect, to most, sounds like your guitar signal is being taken and being put through a PVC pipe. Now, it's also linked to things like jet planes because it has that characteristic swoosh to it. That's pretty much the best way to describe the Flanger Effect signal. Flanger pedals have a few main features to them. The first of which is manual. That allows you to change the speed of the delay from a minimum to a maximum amount. Speed, which allows you to control the rate of the delay from a minimum to a maximum amount. Range, depth, or width, which is a blend of the manual and the speed. When you have the knob all the way to the left, it's more manual. And when you have it all more to the right, it is more speed. And finally, region or resonance, which controls the amount of feedback for the signal. Now, this can either go from very subtle to noticeable to very, very startling. Flange effect can be great on a clean guitar signal. But I find it really shines when you're giving a solo from a dirty signal just a little bit of spice. The same can be said with a high gain amplifier. By increasing the speed. The phase shifter effect is achieved by taking your guitar signal and splitting it into two. One is completely in phase, the other one is flipped around 360 degrees and it blends it into one signal. I've always found that the best way to describe the phaser or phase shifter effect is by saying, imagine what a phaser would sound like. That's really the best description I can give to it. It does have a little bit of shimmer, but it sounds like a phaser. Phase shifter has one main feature, and that's called rate. It's easy to get an overview of the effect by playing the rate back at a low value. A medium value. And of course, a maximum value. The effect is not just useful on clean guitar. I find that you can really add to a solo from a dirty guitar signal. By adding a bit of phase to it. The same can be said for a high gain amplifier. By adding a bit of the effect as well. Now, I'm no teacher, but I would like to leave you guys with a little bit of validation on what I just showed you. So, I'm going to play you guys 3 sound samples, and I'd like for you to sound off in the comments what you think they are. I will come back at a later date, and I'll update the description below here, and it will tell you guys what effect is what. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful for you. I hope you can now decipher between the 3 effects of chorus, flange, and phase shifter. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and please don't forget to subscribe to Tri-Crow Studios. We have more videos like this coming at you in the future.